In this video, we will be talking about how to classify triangles by their angles and their sides. As you can see, we have three types of angle classifications for triangles. We have acute, where all angles are less than 90 but greater than 0. So this angle is acute, this angle is acute, that angle is acute. So it could be 30, 70, 80. We have obtuse, where one angle is greater than 90 but less than 180, and the two other angles are acute. So for example, this angle right here could be 120. This angle could be 40. This angle could be 20. And thus we have obtuse, one obtuse angle, two acute. And then we have right, where the right angle is denoted, which is 90 degrees. And we have one angle as a right angle and the other two are 90 degrees. Or sorry, the other two are acute. So this angle could be like 30 and this angle up here could be 60. Okay? And that's how we classify triangles by their angles. Now we also can classify triangles by their sides, where we have scalene, where no sides and no angles are congruent. Okay? So all the sides and all the angles are different. That's what that means. We have isosceles, which means two sides and two angles are congruent, which is denoted by our tick marks for our sides. So ticks equal sides. And our arches, which tell us angles are congruent. Okay? The last one is equilateral, and we have this word equal right here to represent that all sides and all angles are congruent. So we get all for both of those. Okay? Down at the bottom we have some examples. We see here we have one tick mark, two tick marks. And we have one arch, two arch, which means that we have an iso triangle, or an isosceles, by sides. But by angles, notice that they're all small angles, so it is acute. So you can say an isosceles acute or an acute isosceles. In example 2, notice all angles are congruent, represented by the arch marks. So since all angles are congruent, that means it's going to be our equilateral. And because one angle is 60 and all angles are congruent, all angles are also acute. So we have an equilateral acute, or acute equilateral. Over here I notice that I have a 90-degree angle, so I know that this is going to be a right triangle from the get-go. And I have two tick marks, which means that this is an isosceles right. Okay? And so that is how we classify triangles by angle and size. We classify by angle with acute, obtuse, and right, and by their sides with scalene, isosceles, and equilateral.